Oh, you the voice?
Nah, not me.
So if you're not the voice, who is?
The people, man. The people's the voice.
So what does that make you?
That makes me the middleman. I'm the middleman. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Middleman Podcast. I am the man in the middle, Kevin Martinez, and today I am joined by the owner of 570exotics, Drew Chase. Welcome to welcome to the Middleman Podcast.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
No doubt, man. So before we started the air here, I literally just cut it off because I was like, wait, I want to do something real quick. You said zero. Yes. Zero. Is it zero?
Yeah, you know, I usually do say 570 exotics. I just feel like it rolls off the tongue much better. But singularity, the way you made me say it, just in my head clicked as zero.
Fair enough. Okay, that's just a question that I wanted to ask.
100%. No, for everybody out there, it's 570.
570. You heard it here first.
Exactly.
Well, Drew, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me here on the Middleman Podcast. And as we said, you are the owner of 570 Exotics. What is 570 Exotics, my friend?
So 570 Exotics, it's a collaboration of different snacks, drinks from different countries around the world. You know, we do carry some items that are from the U.S. domestically, but they're going to be more limited edition. For example, we have Faygo Firework is probably one of our hottest sellers here. But once Sheetz actually made their own iteration of, I guess, Faygo, I guess you can call it. They called it Sheetz Pop. The wholesaler of that drink particularly said, well, why are we going to keep carrying it if, you know, our largest customer just left? So in response, you can't really find it around here. You go to New York, Jersey, down to Philadelphia, you can find it at every gas station. Up here, it's definitely a hot commodity. Rare, for sure.
Okay. So, yeah, you are in the exotic snack and drink business, my friend.
Definitely.
I love that. And, you know, this is something that is a very interesting question and such a unique field and such a unique dream. You know, I just got to know, man, how was the seed planted and like what steps did you take to get to where you're at now, to where you're at full store?
Yeah, definitely. So I started this, venture, I would say about 2 years ago. It was September of 2021. And so with that, my goal with it, I guess you can say, was to get something going out here that's fairly off the white line, if you want to call it that. So as you can imagine, northeastern PA, wonderful place. I grew up here, born and raised, and there's just, something missing if, you're from here, but you travel to, more populated areas, more, cities, I guess you could say. So with that, you don't come across, I guess you can say, more things recreationally pointed towards the younger generation. And so that's why I love your spot, because, it's just something different, I guess you can say. And
go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, sorry. You're okay.
When you say that you love my spot, are you talking about this?
The Axorong.
Oh yeah, the Axorong.
Yeah.
That was absolutely amazing. That was a great time. That is not my spot. That is Sam Williams.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Sam Williams. He's a man on Capoose Street. So you said you started this in September. Where was the seed planted? I know you were kind of just looking for like something. You said along the white lines, or I've never heard that saying.
Off the white line.
Off the white line. Okay.
Yeah, just it's I guess you can say something just you wouldn't expect typically here. Northeastern Pennsylvania, it's very older, I guess you can say, if you want to call it. Everywhere is older. But, here, it just, since the coal industry died, we haven't really seen, much investment into this area. And so that's why I like seeing, the population finally grow with COVID. A lot of people from, New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, New England, all pushed here, I guess you can say, much cheaper, if you want to call it. And so with that, I believe there was about 500,000 people that moved here in total within like 2.5 year, 3 year term. And so with that, we need to build up some infrastructure here, more things to do, and things for people.
Gotcha. I love that. So you started your business in Carbondale, but before you even started in there, you were doing pop-up shops. You were going around, and I was, checking out your Instagram.
For sure.
It all started from the ground up. But the question that I keep trying to ask and get from you is why this industry? Why the exotic snack industry? I understand you were trying to bring something different to the atmosphere, to the area.
Yeah.
But this is, dude, his page is fantastic.
Yeah.
His product, the store, and that's why I'm just someone planted the seed, or you just woke up and said this is a brilliant idea, or maybe you visited a store in New York. You said you were in different cities, other cities. That's it.
Yeah. So once I was able to finally drive and just kind of be more adventurous, I was always an adventurous spirit, but actually able to go out, drive different places, travel. That was one thing I kind of just fell in love with is, I went to one out in New York City, and from there, it just turned into something I told myself, this is something I think we can do something with.
Mm-hmm.
And so, just started from the ground up and just doing pop-up events and anything of that sorts until we were able to build the store or just get the store going.
You said the term "we." I'm under the belief that you're a one-man army.
Yeah, that is the truth. I guess I just referred myself as we.
Okay.
I.
No. I mean, we as in you, me, and my identity, 570 exotics.
For sure. But, I can't say I did it 100% by myself. I definitely have my people out there that, say, when I need something done, they're able to come in, hey, you able to, hold down the fort while I go out and run this order real quick, if I had to, run out to the post office or, had to actually come down this way. We have our people over at Upper Echelon, 570. So we'll carry some snacks in there as well. And so say if I have to run down here, anything, painted the walls, anything really, So I can't say I did it 100% by myself.
Yeah, people with you along the way, 100%. And it's
Definitely.
a wonderful store, and it all started from the ground up, right? And it all started at these pop-up shop, these pop-up events, right?
For sure.
Where did you find these pop-up events, pop-up shops? How did you network your way into these events? And how was the response from your clients,
For sure.
for these events?
Yeah, definitely. So, honestly, just going to different events, I guess I can say that I just saw it coming up on Facebook or just, looking at different people's page. I would actively go on, the NEPA pages, see what was going on. Cause, out here, there's, it's very versatile, what kind of events are going on and whatnot, but, not exotic snacks. And so, I could fit into, different places, I guess you can say, the younger kids, people my age, people even your age, I'd say, so it's just something out there that I guess we're able to use and trying to get my words together here.
No, it definitely appeals to the younger crowd. It definitely
for sure.
appeals to the younger crowd.
For sure.
It appeals to a person like myself. And honestly, it could appeal to people just nationwide, 100%.
Definitely.
I've seen some locations that you've sent packages to that I'll question you later in the podcast, but
For sure.
I'm still just getting the building blocks here, and these pop-up shops, everyone was they enjoyed that you were there. How many, what was the response? How did it feel, man?
Yeah, honestly,
from your first one to your most recent.
Yeah, no, my bad. So at first, I'll definitely say I had more of a sour response. People wondering why I'm out here selling $10 drinks, $8 drinks. Oh, for sure, definitely. Out here, people are definitely a lot more skeptical. I did a lot of pop-up events out in New York City and Philadelphia, and between there, definitely it's less taboo than it is here, and so. Why I made the store, I guess I could say, on top of just, something I fell in love with. It's something I realized that we don't have here. And so, I guess you can, order it online, on TikTok, but everybody sees it online and TikTok. So if, we have one here, we're able to, fill that little void there.
Yeah, draw the crowd instead of having to go on Amazon, having to go on a website,
Exactly.
Go to the store and experience it yourself, because not only are the products an experience, the store itself is an experience, because you just got to see the ambiance, the essence of it. And I apologize for not being able to make my way down there before we started the pod. But listen, we got weeks before this podcast comes out, and I still definitely want to come down and play some GameCube. But we'll get into that later.
Definitely.
Very, very dope, man. Very, very dope. So, you said that people were sour, and I find that interesting because I did have a question, which was like, how was the response from the people who you associate yourself with? That maybe you pitched the idea to, like, did they take you serious? Did they knock it off? Yeah. Were they maybe not as supportive as they are now? And also the public didn't seem as if they were supportive. And you basically gave your reason as to the public being not so supportive because it's taboo here. Good way to put it. Because it's not in this area. Pennsylvania loves their own shit. Mm-hmm. Pennsylvania loves Yingling because they made it. So when you see his products, you can see where the boundary between Pennsylvania and New York, the taboo sense there. But from your supporters, from your close family, how is the support going through that?
I could definitely say I've seen skepticism from both ends, obviously public, from when I would go to events, I'd get a little bit of a look, I can go down to convenient. I could go down to Turkey Hill and buy this. You could buy that brand, but not necessarily the flavor. And so, it's not meant to replace convenient Turkey Hill or anything of those sorts. You want to just try something different, see what flavors exist out there and, just something that, you're not able to get here, then that's what I'm here for. And so, from both my family, friends and whatnot, people in my circle and just, say people I went to school with or anything like that, they come across as something. I definitely saw some shade, but, you just can't let it knock you.
Yeah, you can't let it knock you, and you got to stay headstrong, and you're doing it, man, and you're doing it on a scale, on a caliber that I can respect, and I think a lot of people should respect. You were talking about earlier how a lot of people stopped doing their investments in Pennsylvania, ever since the gold stopped, and there's not so much investment in this area in Pennsylvania, so on and so forth. But you know what? It might not be we lost investment from the big dogs. I think we lost investment from big dogs, big time spenders, but you see a lot of local people taking up these spaces. And I think that that's the better route
for sure,
to keep it home and ingrown. So I just wanted to touch and backpack on that.
Oh, cool.
That just like came to my head right
definitely.
there. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Did you have something to add?
So, with that, from the coal industry, when that died back in, the 60s, 70s, there just been this void here where, you have people working and whatnot, but there's not really one staple industry that, what is this place known for? Back then it was the coal, at one point Pittsburgh was, the steel city. And so, we had this time where there wasn't just a main industry, but now, we're starting to be noticed as a very logistical location geographically. And so, we're starting to see a lot more like warehouses, logistical centers opening up and whatnot. And so, I definitely think any, area that would consider themselves metropolitan would or does need, financial investment from larger corporations to keep a backbone. But, like you said, small businesses is also, a main carrier in that and, is a staple for any community.
Exactly. It's a staple. And I think I would consider it a revolution. I've often heard that these areas that we're mentioning, not a revolution, but maybe like, no, definitely a revolution is that we're just like turning a page and we're going to somewhere different, and as you mentioned, we might not be the steel city. We might not be the coal state, but we could be the logistical state, the free, it's, Pennsylvania is kind of side. It could be like very free and liberal, and then it could be very red.
It goes both ways.
It goes both ways. Mm-hmm. And it's a constant pull for both sides, but that's what Pennsylvania is all about. We're getting a little sidetracked there, but I wanted to talk to you about some of the reels that I was checking out. Okay, There was this one reel early in your day, and it was actually when you first bought your store, and you were like renovating it, and it was a reel, and it was just the verbiage and the words over it. They weren't your words; it was someone else's sound.
It was like the soundtrack or the Do
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so it's as far as like support from your friends, support from maybe family or close ones. The reel says, and like I said, it's not his voice, but it says, you want to know who your friends are, start a business. A client will become your friend quicker than a friend will become a client.
Definitely, that's all truth.
Experience it firsthand, huh?
Definitely. So, somebody who's known you, if they known you, a year or 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, they're going to have some sort of, way they feel about you, whether that's positive or negative. And so, when you start doing something, and you start making some motion, it definitely turns people sour in a way that, there could be a lot of emotion said, but, mostly, you can see, a lot of envy. And so, you have motion, this person may not. And, it's no reason to put somebody down, but, people, they're going to feel some sort of way. And so, with that, it's just not going to be, what do we want to call it? Losing my words here.
No,
it's on the tip of my tongue.
I wish I could fill the blank, but now I can't.
No, for sure. But, they're going to feel some sort of way about you. And, that,
animosity?
No, I wouldn't say that, image that they have of you in their head, they're already are going to have some sort of bias. Somebody who just walks in the store, somebody who you're first meeting for the first time, you have no impression on them yet. And so with that, you're able to make that first impression, and, they walk in, they see that, it's something that they rock with, it's easier for them to, I don't want to say like you more, but, not knock you, if that makes sense.
No, it does make sense, because now I'm putting the pieces together and I'm understanding what you mean entirely, because it's like, with friends, like, they'll have that prejudgment of you, right? Definitely. Of who you were.
Definitely, whether, that they like you or that they don't like you, they have that image in their head of you when, they say, Drew, or, they say Kevin or whatnot.
It's like, psh, okay, yeah, he's starting a podcast. Psh, okay, yeah, psh, he's starting a store. Yeah, psh. But it's like, you're right, because no matter where this goes, you will always probably be labeled as that person that did this in that particular moment.
Definitely.
And that's it. No matter what success you may embark on or where your journey brings you to. And that's what I like, and I like how you put it, because a first impression, especially with fresher faces, especially because we're grown now.
For sure.
It's a lot easier to make it, your judgment, a balance, if you're going to rock with them or if you're not going to rock with them. And if you don't rock with them, you can tell them you don't rock with them. It's
no, exactly. That's one thing I've definitely noticed with my time on Earth. It's very hard for a lot of people to just be straight up with you. Whether it hurts their feelings or, they don't want you feeling some sort of way, whatever it is, people are always going to have that facade,
Yeah, 100%, man. I love it. So, I wanted to talk to you. Let's get back to your store. I like this. We're getting really philosophical. You got a thought, you got a mind process on you.
Sure.
But I want to get back to the store because I want to utilize the time as best as we can here. So with the store, right, guys, like I said, check out the store. It's wonderful. It's aesthetically pleasing. And to that, I wanted to know your process going through just renovating the space, building the space, having the image in your head. What led you maybe towards the color of blue? What led you towards that type? What style you're going for? I think of a bubblegum world when I look at your store, man.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of hard how I want to throw my expressions out there, and so that's what I want to do with the wall of the shop, and that's why it's still blank, because I'm still trying to figure out the perfect blend of things. I really want to go for that, retro cartoon vibe, video game vibe and whatnot, because that's a large part of my childhood and a lot of others' childhood, as we were mentioning the GameCube and whatnot. I also want to just throw out just different like abstract stuff on there, and it's just about trying to make that perfect flow of things.
I like that. I know a wonderful muralist. His name is Eric Bussart.
Okay.
Guy's crazy, bro.
I'll have to check him out.
Oh, he's unbelievable. The guy's a nuts. We had him on a podcast.
For sure.
But nonetheless, he could probably fill that space, maybe even give you an image, ideas. It sounds like you have your own idea. But when you were building the store, just like color-wise, you painted the walls blue,
Yeah.
What was the look you were going for? Retro? That's what you really wanted out of it?
Retro, for some reason, I'm just infatuated with outer space. And so that was another just blend I was trying to toss in there. And so, retro, outer space. I was trying to look at that at the corner of my eye without look at dumb on camera or something, whatever you want to call that.
And then look at that homie up there.
Yeah, okay, wait, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Definitely. But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out this perfect composition of just different themes and being able to blend that, mash it into one. Okay.
Yeah. That's a wonderful store, man. I really enjoy your store. And what is your favorite feature of the store?
That's very hard. That's very, very hard to say.
Okay.
Because it's honestly, if I'm being honest, it's not even complete. It's a process in motion. I have a lot more that I want to get done with it, and this is just the beginning. And so this is just the start of the process, and everything's always changing.
So your doors have been open for how long? Like a year and a half, 2 years now?
Doors open in the building that I'm in, the location that I'm in. I've been there since June. I bought the space on my birthday, funny enough.
Dope.
And then, or I guess you could say signed the lease. And then September is when I opened, or August, late August.
September of
2022.
Oh, okay. All right. So
yeah,
you're definitely still fresh in the game.
Definitely.
And you're constantly evolving, man, but you have your doors open. So before you even lock down your own place, how long were you going around just did you have I know you have a website. Did you develop the website before you had the store, or were you mostly doing what's the word I'm looking for? Face-to-face interaction.
Yeah. So I did have the website going before I had the actual store going, and so that was my main drive for the shop, I guess you can say, on top of my Instagram. And so just with doing the pop-ups, I also had the website going. Keep doing ads, reels, and just different ways to engage people on social media. And so I was just doing that since September of 2021, so a year before that.
So as a business, it's been alive for 2 years.
I guess you can say, yeah. But at first, I still was working full time, so I was just trying to manage the two, build the two, and being able to walk away from my ways of the 9 to 5 there.
Did you go to school for business by chance? Is this was this any way fit in your path?
You know what I mean? I actually did not go to school for business, and so I always just had my little side hustles going over on the internet for since I was 15, 16, and so it was just another born hustle, I guess you can say. And so I was always developing websites and just doing dumb stuff, or I can't even say dumb, but just meticulous little things over the internet, whatever it could pay,
Yeah, the things that, I like that. It's a good hustle. And you got to be extremely smart to do that, especially developing websites. So you developed your own website then?
I did.
Okay. Yeah, it's a wonderful website. And is that where you get most of your foot traffic other than your store now?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, on top of my Instagram, not making money from Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you could say, from the shop itself on the internet.
Okay. And so what are some of the packages that you offer? I know you have some mystery packages, which we do have here, which we're going to get into later, but let's just talk about a few of the mystery packages. I got a few of the questions about how you get it in your store, and just a few follow-up questions about your packaging process and everything.
Definitely.
So as far as, packaging, the mystery packages, talk to me about your mystery packages. What does that offer? Yeah,
definitely. So, I have 3 different price points for that, 30, 50, 100. And so that just allows people to have versatility and what option they want. And so, if you don't want to spend a lot, or, you're skeptical or whatever it is, you have the $30 option. But, if you want to get a big order, like I had one earlier today that I shipped out, that was $100 option. And so that'll just load a bunch of stuff up. And so, yeah, if I don't get it from my website, then say in shop, I'll have a lot of people come in. They want to get one for a gift or to give somebody or
it's a great gift.
Oh yeah,
it's a great gift option.
Definitely, yeah, it'll definitely surprise them. Something out there,
something that no one expected
for sure.
So then with the packaging process, first of all, how do you get these products imported into your store?
Yeah, definitely. So with that, I do most of the time direct import, and so I'm talking with people from different countries, brokering with them, and trying to get a specific order over from a certain country. Say if it's from Japan, Korea, I'd have that shipped from there to one country in Asia, Southeast Asia, which has the lowest import-export taxes, and being able to send it there and stage it, if you want to call it that, and then being able to send it over here. So everything collects from different countries since I'm not shipping from just one. And so then that I have come over on a pallet and then reach over here.
That's a crazy process. I just thought about
it. Yeah, it's definitely, it keeps me on my toes. It's definitely a logistical nightmare, but I love it.
Okay. Yeah. Have you made some mistakes, man? That sounds like a very complex
I definitely have. And, when you're starting a business and, you're starting something, and just life in general, you're going to take a couple L's, but you don't know until you learn. And so, if, you make that same mistake, you're able to have that knowledge and you're able to pass that knowledge off. Say if, you have your people around you, they're supporting you, they're together with you, working on something, you're able to make that mistake and say, hey, bro, I just did this, and, don't do that. It might not be the best thing.
Where did you seek advice?
YouTube. I mean,
YouTube University.
Honestly, yeah. But, just between trial and error and YouTube, I definitely have to say is my biggest manufacturer of advice.
Okay. Yeah, no, definitely YouTube University. Advice. I take advice from my colleagues here.
Definitely.
And we are adding someone to the crew as well who
Good
is
stuff.
A little bit more, just honest.
Yeah. No,
but we need that.
You
we
need
honesty,
that shit for sure. Especially nowadays, you definitely need that.
I was saying, I'm like, nah, this guy, he'll shit on me. Mike can shit on me. He could tell me I smell like shit, but he'll put it politely, right? Yeah. The other homie would be like, bro, you straight up smell like shit, bro. What'd you do today? So
rub yourself with an onion.
Exactly. So yeah, we're adding someone to the team, and that's the advice I gather is from my colleagues and even just people looking from the outside. But there's only a few that I allow there's only a few that I seek advice from the outside in.
Definitely. No, and not a lot of people carry your vision. And, if especially if they're not around you like that, like your people back here, your crew, then it's harder to take that advice.
Yes. Yep. 100. I love that, man. That's well said right there. So let me ask you, we have a few snacks here. But before we get into the snacks, would you happen to have 3 that maybe you have at the top of the dome that you're a big fan of? I have 3 that I saw through your reels that I was very curious of. For sure. Maybe we get some background knowledge from you.
So my number one favorite chip that I've tried has to be a Lay's truffle. And so they're made in different countries. The one that I brought is from Thailand. And so they make it in China. They make it in Taiwan, I believe, also. And so with it tastes identical to truffles, man.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever had truffles before.
A chocolate truffle, or are we talking about garlic truffle?
No, truffle. It comes straight out of the ground. It's not a mushroom, but it comes out of the ground. So what happens is this spore or whatever you want to call it, the truffle, it attaches to mycelium in the soil, which is more prevalent around trees, and so they grow. It's a delicacy, and so you're out in France, Italy, wherever they're grown, and they usually use pigs or dogs to sniff them out of the ground.
Really?
They do.
Wow. Okay. So the truffle Lays, which we are going to try. Do you have other 2 that you?
I brought the chicken teriyaki.
Okay.
And that one I enjoy. That one's from China.
Far.
And we got a rich cheesy garlic Pringle, and that one is from South Korea.
Awesome. So one cool question to double back
Sure.
to how you go about getting these products here, and you have to talk to all of these brokers and everything. Is there ever a language barrier or?
There definitely is.
Yeah.
But once they notice that I'm speaking English, they tend to pass the phone over to somebody who's able to help me out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's never too much of a language barrier because they tend to notice pretty fast.
I thought it would have been more of like email chain rather than a phone call.
It could be either, honestly. But say if I'm able to get a WhatsApp from them, that's typically the most common use of communication between typically Asian countries or even over in Europe. You don't have to pay international fees to use WhatsApp, and so that's why it's used very commonly.
How do vendors come to you sometimes?
I definitely get a lot in my inbox, a lot of scammers. That's definitely one thing that's becoming more prevalent within this industry and many other industries. It's just people trying to make a quick buck. People not willing to just get on that grind and being able to, lock in and get something on their own name, something on, built up on their own.
I hate those stupid freaking comments that say promoted on record realities, and I'm like,
oh,
yo.
for sure. Yeah, you have to block it, like all those keywords and whatnot. I definitely know, like
Every
when I
week.
started using like more hashtags and just getting more engagement on the platform, I was seeing a lot more of those comments, and just have to, blacklist those words that they usually say, and just hopefully that just blocks most of them out.
Gotcha. I honestly want to get the notification, just delete. Delete.
Exactly. No, 100%, because it usually comes in like the first 30 seconds you post it.
Always fucking scammers. Get out of here. I saw this funny Twitter video of some guy actually in a scam, like he was pranking a scam room. Somehow he got video access. He was like a computer wizard.
Oh, yeah. I know. What's his name? There's a few of them, honestly, and I can't even lie to you. That's something I've done in my past is just, call the
Computer
scammers. There was a website at one time where people would just report the numbers and just, you would constantly just have a feed of these different numbers. They put a description in, what they do, if it's insurance scam, vehicle scam, whatnot, and you'd be able to just call them up and say, or just do whatever you wanted to, honestly.
And fuck with them.
Exactly, because, they're trying to connect to your computer, and so they're able to, infect a virus or, infiltrate your bank account or anything like that. So there's a few ways that you're able to flip that, and so you're able to get on their computer. And so with that, that's when you start to see, like, a lot of that, like, YouTube content chaos that, that's common on there.
Yeah, that looks like a lot of good stuff, man. But it really sounds like you went to school for like C++ or some shit, bro. Like,
I went to Votech here in Scranton.
Okay.
I went there for a year and a half, I think, like that. And then everything else was just on my own. Just since I want to say 14, maybe 15 is when I really just got infatuated with doing different things over the internet and just really locking in with the computer and just like trying to figure it out.
You got an intricate mind, man. You play chess?
I do.
The fucking guy. You know how many people I ask, yo, you play chess before the show? Try to play chess, break the ice. A lot of people don't.
Yeah, it keeps your mind going. I
feel like you're good. I feel like you're pretty good.
I used to be a lot better. I cannot lie. I took a break on it where I just didn't have means of playing it, or just, it just wasn't something that came up. And so when I had the opportunity to play it again, I'm like, sure. And I got my butt whooped. And so, I was able to, it humbled me.
Yeah, I got that.
But, I was able to, I guess go at it again and just keep at it. It's just like going to the gym or, just anything.
It's a really strategic game. I'm all right. That guy's a freaking beast.
Yeah.
Michael's freaking unbelievable at chess. It pisses me off. Zach Z Visions is an animal at chess. Shout out. But here, off to a segue here. Let's get back into the snacks and let's see what you brought. Let's get here. What do we got, man? What are we pulling out the box?
Let me pull out this right here. We'll go with the Lay's truffle first. My favorite right here. We'll go on here.
Lay's truffle. All right.
I'll give that to you first.
Yes, sir. Let me just... That is interesting. So that's what a truffle looks like?
It does, yeah. The black brown thing on the side there, yes, that is what a truffle looks like.
That's what a truffle looks like.
Let's zoom in on that.
Can I do a smell here? Should I? No, you know what?
No, smell it.
5 senses.
There you go.
Smells like a chip. Looks like a chip.
There you go.
Feels like a chip. It crunches like a chip in the bag. Let's see if it tastes like a chip. That fucking smacks. That is so fucking good. Holy shit.
I'm going to have to try one of those. Yeah.
Dude, they're like truffle fries. Holy shit.
That's what I'm saying. It tastes identical to truffles. But yeah, it's definitely something wild. The best thing, if somebody's never tried truffles, the absolute best way I could say what it tastes like is a buttery sour cream and onion. That's the best way I could put it.
No, that is a really good way to put it. Michael, you want to try?
Try some, boss.
Try some, boss, man. So where did this come from? You said it was from...
Those ones are from Thailand.
Thailand, okay. And so have you noticed a difference from different countries? Because you said other countries produce the same type. Do you ever notice a difference from maybe, let's say, Thailand to Spain?
So when it's coming from different flavors, yes. You'll definitely see even the same flavors, actually.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of countries use different ingredients. Some will use the same, but, you know, when it comes to the U.S. and different countries, there are very different ingredients.
Mike, what are your thoughts? Don't keep the bag over there. Swing it back over here, buddy.
You're not
Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
What
What are you doing? Take it easy.
Thank you.
I guess you love him, huh?
I could definitely taste like the mushroom and onion taste.
This
described.
is fire.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Favorite chip, hands down.
And the language, it's so cool. Have you ever tried to understand and like pronounce how they would pronounce it?
I have not, if I'm being totally honest, but it's so weird. I could tell you any item that's in my shop.
Okay.
Without knowing, the translation on it. It's just, I don't know.
That's great.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much.
For sure.
We got a lot here as well. We still got to keep going through.
Oh, for sure.
You know what's one of the things that I was really intrigued in?
Sure.
So I asked you for your 3.
Yep.
I found 3 that I was intrigued in. Maybe you tasted them. Maybe you give me a review.
Yeah.
Excuse me. The first one was caramel cinnamon toast crunch.
Yes. I had that. That was probably one of the, when I first started opening the actual store, that was one flavor that I had on the shelf there. And that one, I believe, came from Canada.
Oh.
And so, yeah, that one was very good. I had that one. It was definitely better than the regular cinnamon toast crunch. I believe they actually made it, or a limited edition version of it in the US as well, because I know they released a crazy amount of flavors like churro, like chocolate, apples, I think even too.
Yeah.
So I think that was one they also released here eventually.
I would try that. I would definitely try that. Was it like covered in caramelized, or was it just like the flavor of caramel?
No, we're not blessed like that over
Okay.
here. No, yeah. That'd be too expensive
That'd
for
be
the
crazy.
ingredients. Definitely, yeah. It's so wild, the difference between, different countries to, forward back to what you were saying before, the ingredients, because, they allow the entirety of the periodic table of elements in our ingredients. You look on the back of it and it's, it's this long. You need some glasses to read it. But from different countries, they don't allow, high fructose corn syrup, red dye 4, purple, yellow dyes, all those synthetic dyes, they don't, they're not allowing that to be fed to their people. And
I never even considered that.
Yeah, and it's wild, doing my research that, before we went live, we were talking about rabbit holes and whatnot. It was definitely one that drove me on to was, the cost of what they make, or the cost of the ingredients here in the U.S. that they're able to cut their margins with what they're able to use, allowed to use. The profits they make here in the U.S. is more than if you combine all the other countries that these brands exist in. If you take China, Japan, South Korea, Thailand, Taiwan, even Eastern Europe and whatnot, you combine all of those, it still does not meet or equal the profits that are made by the company here in the U.S.
So you're saying that they're making more shit. Excuse me. So you're saying that the U.S. is making more money, but they're not putting the best stuff in it. Is that what I'm?
Totally.
Okay.
Totally.
No, yeah. I mean, that's a no brainer. I mean, I'm sorry if you haven't realized that, then you're living under a rock.
Yeah, 100%. Get caught up.
Like the fact that a fucking salad is $7 as compared to $1 chicken sandwich fucking blows my mind every
100%.
time. Enrages me. Don't even get me started, bro.
Yep.
But it's fucking bullshit. Okay. Second flavor snack that you had that I was really interested in was the Fanta.
The What the Fanta. So there's many different iterations of it. It's just it's throughout a lot of different countries. We got the first one here in the U.S. last year, I want to say.
Like production or produced in the U.S. Excuse me.
Yeah, exactly. So the first domestic made What the Fanta flavor. And so, there's ones I have from Spain, ones I have from Japan, China. So they're all different for the most part. And so it's just a mystery flavor.
Do you know? Okay, so that's like the origin of What the Fanta.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's smart. Fanta. Good.
There
Fanta, Fanta.
Nope, Fanta. I had somebody come in the shop today and explain that to me. It's not Fanta, it's Fanta.
Is it because of the commercial? Was that their argument?
Yeah. Oh, that is exactly what their argument was.
Oh, man. It is Fanta.
Yeah. That's so funny you say that, too, because I before today, I had nobody else that ever mentioned that to me.
So I know that you are in the realm that I am as far as like, I think we both like conspiracies and shit. And that's what we call simulation theory, my friend.
For sure. It's all the Matrix.
Fucking simulation theory. I had something happen to that the other day. Like there was this artist. Her name was Little Sims. She's fire. If you ever heard her, Little Sims is fire.
Never heard.
But I saw her on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then my buddy came and picked me up to go to play basketball. As soon as I got in his car, I'm like, yo, no shit you're listening to this person. Because I literally just heard about this person 10 minutes ago.
No kidding.
And I was like, the crazy part was I was looking for what the name of the song was that I heard. And that was the fucking song he was playing.
No kidding.
And I was like, gosh, man.
Coincidences.
I don't know.
But nothing is ever a coincidence.
Simulation theory, bro. This is
Definitely.
Dude, I thought I saw someone walking backwards the other day. That shit fucked me up. We'll save that for tea time. Another snack. What do we got going on here?
Alrighty, we got these tropical fruit Skittles.
Yes, the Skittles. I wanted to try the Skittles.
There we are. Tropical fruit Skittles from China.
Okay.
Let's see as a try.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, they're like fruit snacks, if you will.
Can I tell you something? I think I admitted it on the podcast, but
go for it.
Someone called me a serial killer once because I ate all the gummies at one time.
No kidding.
Yeah, so like I opened up like a small packet of like fruit snacks, vultures, ate it all in one go. They called me a serial killer.
Nah, that's disrespectful.
So for the sake of not being called a serial killer and for the sake of flavor,
one at a time. Yeah, I from as long as I can remember when I would get like a small pack, those, fruit snacks, the Scooby-Doo ones, or like the, what's it, the other brand, Mott's or Welch's. Thank you. I would always just like rip open the pack, dump them all in my hand, and just like the whole thing one go.
Can I see that, please?
Yeah.
I want to see if I can make out. I can't make out what flavors these are supposed to be.
Yeah. Sometimes they have the translation, sometimes they don't. Especially China, they tend to have the translation, so it strikes me as odd that they don't have them on that one.
But they have pictures.
Yeah. There you go. If you makes it a little easier,
so you can try to guess.
Yeah.
Yellow, lemon, or orange. I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
It was good, man. That was really good. It's
Definitely.
unique. I was not expecting.
Yeah, for sure. We got their grape, orange, lemon, maybe an apple for the green, and I don't know, the last one maybe like a strawberry or a lychee.
And what is that considered? A tropical flavor?
Yeah, they call this one tropical.
Okay, sweet. Now, one snack that I wanted to try. Well, actually, I don't want to try. I want to see if you tried it. Wasabi Lays.
Wasabi Lays. I have not seen that one in a while, and I wish I did because it definitely did well in the store. People tended to enjoy it. It did taste like wasabi, it was spicy, a little kick to it, whatnot. But, that's the thing with the exotic snacks that I guess makes it exotic. You're not always going to be able to find that flavor, whether it's because it's a limited flavor, it's just not around, or that's not a flavor that the, wholesalers over in that country or distributors over there are carrying. And so, I'll go some time without seeing some flavors while, a lot of people rocked with them. I just gotta tell them I can't find it.
No, so you tried it and you're a fan?
Yeah, I definitely will say I'm not a fan of like spicy or whatnot. I've definitely had to cozy myself to it. In recent years, as a kid, I couldn't do anything more than like pepper, like Tabasco sauce or anything. But we're warming up.
So I just want to share this. I would probably never try that flavor, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
So the first time I ever had wasabi.
Sure.
Okay, first time I ever had wasabi was my first girlfriend. Shout out to her uncle. We were at a Chinese buffet, and I saw some green shit. I didn't know what it was, and I said, "What is that?" He said, "Oh, it's wasabi. It's really, really good." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." He's like, "Yeah, grab a spoonful and eat it." And I was like, "Bet." Bro, I grabbed a spoonful and ate wasabi for the first fucking time.
Whole spoon?
And I died. Like, I was just like...
yeah.
I was scarred, and I was like, dude, never again will I try wasabi. That was the most fucked up thing anyone has ever done to me.
Yeah, no, that's... especially when you're not expecting it, it kicks a little more.
Whole spoonful, bro. Not even just a little dab, a whole spoonful. What drinks you got here, man? I'm excited to see these drinks.
We got a Fanta grape. This one comes from Japan. It doesn't taste like like when you have a grape Fanta here in the U.S. I made sure to grab this one specifically because there is a iteration of it here domestically, but it's gonna taste totally different. I want to say more of like a wine grape, more like a natural grape, rather than just being like a slew of different stuff made to taste like grape.
I like this, man. And it makes sense. I mean, it does make sense because of the different ingredients that they're going to use and the artificial coloring that you were talking about that they don't have inside. Exactly. I'm curious as to if this is even purple when it comes out.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
All right. So they do still use it, but they just use maybe a healthier version, and the bottle is unique as well.
Yeah.
I like
those ones are they're definitely a lot more on the rare side of items that would be, I guess, consider exotic, but there's an iteration of that in the same can, but white peach flavor, which I thought I brought. I apologize, I don't think I did. It was a mixture of the can, the design that they made on it, and the flavor of it that made it the poster child of exotic snacks, or the most recognizable of what it helped the exotic snacks take off here. People never seen a can, on this design.
Yeah.
And so with that on top of the crazy graphic that they have on there, I love Japanese like design, just way of like animation and whatnot. But when people saw that, I think they just like really digged it.
What is considered one of the rarest snacks to get? Like, what do you struggle to find, and what would you probably price at a higher set point than anything else?
Definitely. Countries that we don't share good trade relations with, I guess you can say. So imaginably Russia. I've not seen anything Cuban, I can't say. But a lot of countries in Africa, just because the infrastructure is not as built up there as, say, it is in, Europe or, even like China, Japan, here in the U.S. And so I definitely say between, Africa or the Middle East, for sure, especially with, a lot of, stuff that's going on. Like, I have a friend right now, he has an exotic snack shop down in Philly, and he's actually in Lebanon right now trying to source snacks. And I don't know if you've seen the news in the past few days. That's not the best place to be right now.
Do you travel to different locations? Do you travel outside of the country?
Yeah. So I have not yet. I've been to Canada in my past, not on business, but I definitely want to get on to some travel soon. I have plans of meeting one of my distributors, hopefully in the fall in Thailand.
Cool.
And
very
so
cool.
I would definitely love to go, just travel and, go to different places, experience the world for what it is.
That's awesome. I wanted to ask, how much has these products and maybe things that you've been working with, educated you and influenced you on their culture? You were saying you love the Japanese design, like how much has just seeing all this come to fruition, has it influenced you as a person?
It definitely, opened my eyes to, realize that there is just more than what's available here out there, and that's, one thing about, I guess you can say, northeastern PA, or a lot of places that are, I guess, landlocked. They're out of the off the beaten path a little bit. It's not somewhere you're typically gonna go to unless you're just traveling for tourism, or somebody there or whatnot. There's just not too much to say indifference is there. And so when you come to northeastern PA, you typically think of people who are growing up in the countryside,
Mm-hmm.
or are more just laid back, or we have a decent car scene here.
Yeah.
People are definitely into that. But when you go to different places, different countries, you realize how versatile we are as humans, and different things that we like and what we enjoy.
So it's definitely pulled you away from the typical Pennsylvanian type of person.
Definitely, for sure.
That's good. And, we were talking about NEPA, past, present, future. We're going to talk about that in tea time. We got 10 minutes here before we switch and transition over to tea
already.
time. Yeah, I know, right? We've been killing it. I want to just get to these last bit of snacks that we have here. Definitely the drinks as well.
So this, definitely wanted you to try. So this one is Fanta strawberry cream from Japan. And so those strawberry hard candies that everybody's grandma carried in their purse.
Yeah.
Dude, those taste identical to them.
With the green little tip.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, give that a sip.
Do you know who this character is on the bottle?
I do not.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's fire.
yeah. This is nice. This is nice cold. I wonder who that character is. I got to figure that out. You can scan the QR code.
Yeah, I did scan the QR code and I completely forgot what it was.
Let's see.
Yeah,
Let's see if I can do it. Open link. What if it's like the craziest thing ever? Let's see. What do we got? Oh, it's Fanta. It brings you to a Fanta page. Oh, Coca-Cola.
There you are.
Whoa. Do you want to enter into for a chance to go to college? Like, I don't know what this says. Oh, you could translate the page? This is why Galaxy is better than fucking Apple.
Oh, Android is far more superior than Apple. I do not care what anybody has to say on that argument, respectfully. There is, just so much more you're able to do with an Android. If you've grown up on Apple or you're growing up on Android, you're going to be used to whatever you've used. That's just, it is. I like the design. Like I said, it's just very bright and neon, and, I love the colors and just their design in whole. But,
this is a raffle.
there you go. Didn't you say giveaway?
It says prize D is only available for vending machine limited bottles.
Jeez, I should just go and scan all the bottles when I go back.
I need to freshen up on my Chinese, Japan,
Japanese.
Yeah, anyone.
Yeah, anybody in the comments.
Let me know how I enter to win a chance, because it looks like we're giving out money here.
Yeah.
I see a money symbol.
500
Maybe.
Yeah, who knows?
1,000. I don't know. Line.
Maybe that's what it
credit.
costs.
No, I like this, man. This is really good. What else we got in the box?
Definitely. Alrighty. I've actually have not tried these ones. It's Pringles Seriously Rich Cheesy Garlic. These ones come from South Korea. I have not tried these yet, and so that's why I was excited to bring them with me. Gives me an excuse to, rip into my own inventory.
Yes, sir. And that is
So that's Pringles Rich Cheesy Garlic from South Korea, and they're a limited edition. I also had Barbecue Lovers Pizza that was in the same series of limited edition snacks as this one, or flavors rather.
How do people do that?
Those ones are solid. It just tastes like a garlic knot.
It does taste like a garlic knot.
Mm-hmm.
Audio froze. Love it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's going to jump. I know it is.
Technical difficulties.
So just bear with us.
Hey, it happens.
If the audio gets a little... the audio might get jumbled up here. Pretty good. Because it's been frozen for a little bit.
You could host like an ASMR session with this.
Yeah, right? There we go. And we're back. We're
There
live.
we are.
Perfect. So sorry if the audio jumped. Sometimes it captures it and it doesn't mess anything up. sometimes it will jump. I do like that. So far, my favorite has to be the truffles. Let's keep going.
Writing that down. So these ones are from China. It is chicken teriyaki skewers.
Yo, these flavors, man, they're so cool.
Dude,
it's like, where do you even think of these?
Mm-hmm. And it's it's stuff like that. You expect of them to run it as like a limited edition. Oh, ASMR right here.
Yo.
You're like right in the mic.
I got a bad thumb.
Go pop. But yeah, you would think they run it here as like a limited edition flavor or something of those sorts, but they don't. Mm-hmm.
This one is interesting.
Yeah.
Take another one. Honestly, for some reason, I taste coffee.
Definitely. So these ones I've tried before, and I always like to say they taste smoked.
Tastes like coffee. Try that out, Mike. Try that out. I taste coffee. I taste like cappuccino. That's very interesting.
Now that you do say that, I do see the coffee in it. I'm actually not a coffee drinker, though, but I've had coffee before. I see the hints.
And the last one before we transition it over to tea time. I wonder if Arizona has any like exotic flavors of this. Oh,
Two more.
Excuse me.
Snuck one in there.
I will say, things that are imported, they fill them with a lot more air. They fill the bags with a lot more air. Someone's gonna love that. And a lot of people are gonna hate
bags
it.
Also, their bags are way higher quality. Way higher quality. These ones are Doritos Late Nights. That's like a series they run.
Cool.
These ones are from South Korea as well, and it's seasoned galbi chicken. So I'll give you those.
Galbi chicken. I don't even know what galbi chicken's supposed to taste like, but I guess this is what it's supposed to taste like.
They have a little kick to them.
Oh, these are good.
Mm-hmm.
Second favorite.
There you are.
Go ahead, man. Try it out.
Try it out, cameraman.
Show and tell. Thank you to Drew. Last but not least,
we have a Kit Kat Chunky from Switzerland. So the Chunky series of Kit Kats that they do, it's like an actual chocolate bar instead of it just being like a Kit Kat as we know it. A Kit Kat's kind of its own thing, like a Tootsie Roll, I feel. So they just have their own design. But this is
no.
There we are.
This is dope. Thank you.
Of course.
And from Switzerland.
Here you are. Oop. Toss you over here.
I love Kit Kat, like American Kit Kat. And this is good too.
Definitely.
It's just double chocolate. That's pretty much what it is. Like triple. The wafer part is like chocolate. Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
For sure.
Thank you for watching us have a feast here.
Appreciate y'all.
Finish chewing. Wrap it up in a little bit. I got chocolate in my teeth. I'm sorry. I think I'm out of water, too.
The water helps. I appreciate that.
No doubt. All right. Well, Drew, it was a pleasure, bro.
Of course.
Fantastic podcast. I got away from my notes, which is what I love to do because that means that I'm having a real organic conversation.
Definitely.
Fantastic products, fantastic store.
I appreciate that.
And I just appreciate everything that you brought to the table here, man.
Yeah, we got plenty here to finish.
And before we get off the air here, I always like to give the floor to my guests, leave any type of message, definitely shout out your store, so on and so forth. And, the floor is yours, my friend.
Yeah, definitely. Well, first off, I appreciate you having me on the podcast here. This is actually the first one that I've done. And so, it's a good way to get the, business out there, get the name out there and reached by many people, hopefully. And, just to have a conversation, I'm always down to have a good conversation. And so, if you're checking this out and you haven't already, check out 570exotics on Instagram, TikTok. We're also on Facebook. But I don't know about you. I don't use Facebook that much.
So I have it, but it's like
Yeah.
it's just kind of linked to my Instagram.
Yeah, same. That's exactly it. You know, like if I have like a major announcement, I'll post it up there. But like, I just feel way more engagement through Instagram and TikTok. I started recently, but even still, it just seems more engagement, you know, from the, you know, younger generation.
I was going to say that because I think it's going to definitely attribute to you better and myself just because of the demographic that we're looking to aim for.
Definitely.
And who are intrigued by the stuff that we do.
Yeah.
It seems like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, whatever the case may be, is a little bit more superior than Facebook because Facebook is looked at as for old people.
Yeah, that's
the
exactly what I was leading towards. But yeah, you know, TikTok, it's its own thing. If I'm not lying to you, I only keep it on one phone because I'm one of those people that are just, you know, with what I've learned through my time tinkering with the internet, TikTok is it's not the safest thing to have on your device with you know, your phone, your you know, your pictures, you know, all this, you know, your everyday life on your phone. And you know, most people they throw the ignorant argument of, well, I have nothing to hide. And you know, in rebuttal to that, I usually say like, well, would you like somebody, you know, to have a key to your house, or would you like somebody to constantly follow you and, you know, make marks of what you're doing? And, you know, just would you physically being able to see that intrusion, would you like that?
No.
Exactly.
But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
it's like a shadow.
Yeah, 100%. You know, most people, they think, you know, they just goes over their head, or, you know, they just they don't think about that twice. But they see it's you know, it's this fun app, you know, it's yeah, convenient, you know, this, that. But for me, yeah, it's I'm not the biggest fan of it.
Don't worry, as I always say, TikTok is shit talk.
Easy said than done.
And with that being said, we're going to transition into tea time where we might carry over that conversation. We seem like two really spaced out individuals. We're going to have a fantastic tea time. So everyone, thank you to Drew Chase for coming to the Middleman Podcast. Make sure you guys check him out, follow him, support, check out the website, buy yourself some of these mystery items at 570exotics.com, on Instagram, so on and so forth. Check him out. Like I said, it's been a pleasure. Stick around for tea time. Not brought to you by, but inspired by Arizona Iced Tea. I am the man in the middle, Kevin Martinez, signing out. Peace.